mentions it. But now, without much more delay, we are getting into the Mirror's Edge. We are getting there with hekigan and his commentator Raxus. And you are live. Don't forget to restart your stream. That's with you when you're dragged into that channel. Yeah. All right. Good luck.
All right. Thanks. Hi. I'm Heki. This is well, I'm here with who am I here with?
Hi everyone, I'm Rexus, and today we are going to show off Mirror's Edge Inbound.
Yes.
It is
So,
a very gloomy day here in Belgium, and what's better than just for the TV and watch video games, right? So if everyone's ready, I think we can start off.
Yep.
I would say in 3, 2, 1, and go.
All right.
Good luck.
Thanks.
We skipped training because Heki doesn't need training.
No, we know what we're
He's
doing.
a pro.
Yeah. You're gonna see me like, we call it wanking the camera, but we're essentially just like flicking it everywhere. It's not meaningless. It's actually getting me to 25 kilometers an hour, which you can see in the bottom right. If I don't do that, then I have to run very slowly.
Yeah, and that's what we not want to do during this run. It's quite interesting actually to keep a look at the speed at the bottom.
Yeah, you can also see
Hey, there's a bag there.
Yeah, you can also see a loadless timer at the top. Yeah, so for the most part, Prologue is pretty straightforward. We just play it as intended, but we do some side jumps like we already explained, and kick glitches, which are like these. Basically, if you wall run kick in this game, at the end of that animation, you get set to a grounded state for 1 frame. And we bind jump to the scroll wheel, which lets us jump off of that. So it's essentially like a double jump, except one of them's a kick, pretty much.
Which makes it a kick glitch. Here you have to go a bit slower, because you wouldn't be able to grab the helicopter if you go too fast here.
Yeah, I intentionally slow down. And that's the end of Prologue, essentially like the training level, even though there is a training section, but I think most people would skip it. Flight, not much to it either, we're just chaining together the different movement options, mostly kick glitches and wall boosts. You can chain everything together pretty much, like a kick glitch and a wall boost, or 2 wall boosts, or 2 kick glitches.
Yeah, and the more kick glitches you chain together, the more speed you keep as well.
Yeah. I also skipped an animation in the elevator by crouching and then scrolling my mouse to use the button, because the game will not overlap animations. It will just like do the other one behind the first one. You probably noticed that when I neutral kick instead of instead of doing a roll, sometimes I'll do a neutral kick. And that's just me overlapping 2 animations to make sure I don't take a hard landing. We do the same thing in elevators, but just crouching and then scrolling to use the button, and it uses it without using it. Oops.
It'll be very helpful in Chapter 7 as well, because we have to turn a lot of valve doors there, and that usually takes about 6 seconds or so per door, which is really slow.
It's probably about you save the most time with it, except the ones that let you do big skips. But we're not really going to be skipping much because we're doing inbounds.
Yeah, we're playing by the rules here, kind of.
Partially. Okay, so how I said earlier, we can chain things together. You do that with a kick glitch and a wall boost, which I messed up because I'm shaky.
Well, by that you can also see how the game really tries very hard to get you out of your movement as well.
Yeah.
Anything here on the floor, those pipes, or literally anything in this game can mess up your movement.
Yeah, so everything on the floor has collision for some stupid reason. And if you go into it even a tiny bit elevated, you'll just like get stuck on it and lose all of your speed. So you have to be very aware of your surroundings. This is a pedestrian's chain.
Yeah.
It's just kick glitch wall boost into a kick glitch pretty much.
But the kick glitch kind of reset your fall damage, so you wouldn't die when you landed all the way back there.
Yeah, there's a trigger above the slide on the other side of the bridge. Like usually you would die from that, but because you pass through a trigger that resets basically your fall timer, so it lets you fall further and not take a hard landing or even die. But yeah, now we're gonna do a couple of wall boosts together. You can see how the speed just goes up and up, but it will always return to default running speed when I touch the ground again. So as long as you're in the air and doing stuff, you can go pretty fast. If you want, then just stuck at running speed.
That brings us to Canals, which usually in any percent holds a fan favorite.
Oops.
Yeah, cannoli out of bounds. We're not going to do that here, so we're just going to run through it the intended way. Which can still be quite cool when you do it well. If you don't do it well, it just feels really awful.
Yeah, this one's going okay. It's not the best. But again, we're just chaining together kick glitches, wall boosts.
Yeah. Soon we'll turn a valve as well.
Yeah.
But we're going to skip the animation by jumping.
Yeah.
There we go.
The general idea in this game is just keep that average speed as high as you can get it all the time. You never want to just be running in a straight line like the game suggests. You want to be boosting, kick glitching, doing all of that stuff. So I need to go into a storm drain right now. And I can do a skip that makes me not have to go around all of these like corkscrew edges. But this thing really does not want me to stand on it for too long, so it keeps trying to push me back. And I have to pretty much stand on this corner here and fall down with it, and that will make sure I don't, like, the game doesn't think I'm falling. You want to explain quitting to the menu?
Yeah, the game works with checkpoints, which we just reached, and quitting out of it and reloading it will just make the game, well, will make you load in faster.
Yeah, so...
I can't explain. I'm sorry.
That's okay. So the game has hard checkpoints and soft checkpoints. The hard ones, you can see a little icon in the left, and they write to the save file. And then you have the soft ones, which kind of just place you around the area when you die. And the hard ones you can quit and reload into. And we'll do that quite a lot through the run to save quite a lot of time.
We're also going to be seeing a hidden springboard here. Well, we're not going to see it, but it is there. It's basically just two pieces of collision lining up with each other, on which you can jump to get here faster than intended.
Yeah. There's a couple of those like all over the game, because they just completely depend on two objects being stacked in a certain way. So you can just force them on really random things. So now we're leaving the storm drain.
Luckily, what an awful place.
Yeah. Nobody likes storm drains. All my homies hate storm drains. I did jump on like a little, like a beam thing. Do you want to tell them why I did that?
Yeah, jumping on that bundle of planks there, however you call it, makes it spin. So right now it's spinning in a certain position, and it will come up to where Heki is standing right now by pressing that button. But it will do so in a certain place, which makes it faster to jump off of when you reach the top of the storm drains again.
Yeah.
If you
so
didn't jump on it, it would be in a different position.
Yeah. So we'd be jumping off this, and if we didn't jump on that, this part would be like over here somewhere. So we purposely touch it just to get out of here a little bit earlier. Now we're finding a jackknife. It's going to give us some information about Pope's murder, as the subtitle suggests. This guy is scripted to always be ahead of us. So even though we are way faster than he is, he's going to keep teleporting just to make sure that he's being chased, pretty much.
Kind of unfair.
Yeah. It's whatever. I guess they didn't want their game to be like 10 minutes long. Like catch the bad guy straight away.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, this section, although it's probably looking pretty simple right now, it's kind of a scary one during runs because you don't get any checkpoints here at all. So if you die, you're gonna lose like half a minute. Gotta be very careful of that. Free scrolling is elevated to make it go up faster. Do that with Logitech mice, or we also allow macros.
Yeah, usually in
Nobody
any
wants-
percent, we would have jumped across that gap, but instead we're taking the kind of intended route again. Except for this glitch, of course.
Yeah. That's the inbounds solution to that problem, I guess. This is a hint climb. I'm basically just climbing up a wall and then quick turning and holding the hint key, which flips me around 180 degrees, and I can just get a little bit higher on the wall that I was originally climbing.
Mm-hmm. During this one,
Lost all of my speed somehow. I don't know how that happened. Like I lost it all up there, and I thought I would get it back, but I just got even less.
We won't be seeing 3A3C in this one either.
No.
We're going to go climb through some vents.
Yeah, we're just gonna crawl through some vents instead of doing a cool out of bounds thing. If you have some donations, we could take some of those.
We do not have any donations right now. I mean, it is night for like the U.S. citizens, so you know that might explain it too. But yeah, you know, I can just briefly remind people that we are raising money for Save the Children, which is an awesome donation focused on mainly helping children to have an education and help change our future. So don't hesitate to donate. Links can be found below the stream.
Yes. Okay, this is 3B. This is what you skip during doing the other skip. But I'm kind of glad that we don't skip this because I really like this section. It has a lot of cool movement in it. Mainly wall boosts and stuff.
Agreed. Again, we're going to free scroll this elevator to make it open faster.
Yeah, it's kind of loud because the way free scrolling stuff to speed it up works is it keeps like redoing like the first action where it jolts it forward, and that also plays the sound file that comes with it, so it just spams those over and over. And there'll be some even worse cases of that later on in the game.
Maybe.
So I'm gonna try and get a pretty awkward skip here. Nice. That section also did not have any checkpoints, so if that didn't go right, I would have gone all the way back to the start where I bashed open the door.
Yeah, it's a very scary section as well.
I was able to keep enough speed and make it up. So we're gonna do something now. Oops. We're gonna do something now called cranes. Actually, wait. I'm gonna quit out of this elevator first, and it will put me further into the level when I load back in.
Yeah, and then we're going to go do cranes.
Yep. And then we're gonna do cranes, which probably used to be the hardest trick in the game, but then someone was like, "Hey, try doing it in slow motion," and now it's quite trivial. So we're just gonna like pretty much hit reaction time, which slows down the game. And I'm gonna jump at a certain time, get a speedy kick glitch, and hopefully make it over the cap. Nice.
There you go, well done.
And then we have to climb on that landing pad to trigger the end. Otherwise we'll just soft lock in a white screen forever. And that's the end of chapter 3.
On to number 4.
Yeah. Do you like chapter 4?
Yeah, it's okay.
One of my favorites.
Usually, in any percent, you would go to the right here, over the fence, and skip a bunch until you
Oops.
are all the way back in the underground section. But in inbounds, we're going to go through this construction site instead.
Yeah. Gonna try and skip a climb here. Pretty easy stuff. There's the only sliding wall climb that you're gonna see in this run. It's basically just running along a wall and then jumping and turning your camera into it, and instead of just climbing it like you normally would, you climb it while sliding along it. It's essentially just a wall run and a wall climb at the same time. But you can extend past the ledge when you do that, so it's kind of useful. If you scare easy, look away.
Big boss fight coming up
Yeah.
with our good friend.
This boss fight is it's actually really hard. You have to be very precise with your inputs.
Yeah, and it's quite difficult because there are 0 visual cues to
Yeah, you can't just
know
spam
when
it.
you have to do it.
You have to time it very well. And kick him in the nuts. Okay. I don't remember why we're here in the story. I think we're looking for something and he has information. But
Yeah. You wanted to talk to this guy because he knew something.
yeah. And then he just got shot in the back instead, so...
Yeah. We
I'm gonna
didn't kill him.
I'm gonna try and walk off of this early. And skip a hard landing with a kick and do that again. Same way that the elevators work. I'm just doing an action before the game does another action. I'm also going to try and get over this fence with a very tight quick turn jump.
Nice.
Thanks. Oops.
Normally, you wouldn't be seeing any of this. We would
Yeah.
be way past this already. Yeah, the boss fight is indeed triple frame perfect. That's right.
That's a bit loud. I waited there a little bit because what is happening? Because I wanted to wait for the train cycle to start so I could hopefully beat it, but then I just got stuck on everything, so... Usually I would be boosting along that blue wall on the right, but I didn't want to get hit by that train right there, so... We
That was
opted
close.
to not do that. Yeah. There's going to be another train spawning right now there. So I have to be pretty fast in here, which I'm already not. So that's kind of messed up.
That's okay.
In the business, that was really loud. In the business, this is what we call a zero trains. Because I'm not beating any of these cycles. Ideally, you would be faster than both of them, and you'd call it two trains. Kind of an homage to the rapid two chains. But yeah, we didn't get any of them because I'm doo-doo. So one last thing to do in this chapter is press a button right here. And then go catch a train.
Another train.
Yeah.
Well, are you catching the train or are you catching the walls? Or the tunnel?
Yeah, so this is a pretty common thing they do in video games, but this one took me a while to figure out. This train is not moving, it's just the walls flying towards us. The train doesn't actually move until you get on the second one, and then you wait for a while, and then it will go further down the track. We have to dodge these things. Pretty lame obstacles.
They're random as well.
Yeah, they're random. Otherwise you would just like lay down and not do anything. But if you stand right in the middle, you can pretty much avoid everything from the left and the right. But I got barely any obstacles. I'm gonna shove myself into this red sign because reasons, I don't know. Okay.
And that's the end of it.
Yeah, the end of chapter 4.
Normally, you wouldn't go down here either. We would go out of bounds a bit more to the left, but now we're going to go out of bounds a bit more to the right.
Yeah.
But it's considered inbounds, I guess. It's been part of the glitchless,
Route.
what's it called? Route? Yeah. For a long time, so.
Yeah.
It is
Can't really
A-okay.
have something in glitchless and then be like, that's out of bounds. But yeah, we just utilized that street pretty much. And to get down to it, we jumped off a ledge into a soft checkpoint. And that's why we respawned down there instead of on the roof.
Yeah, you can't go too fast in this hallway either, or this elevator won't spawn, and you'd just be stuck here.
Yeah. Pretty annoying soft lock. You have to go all the way back to the start. I'm gonna try a pretty hard chain like one time. If it works, then very good. If it doesn't, then it didn't. It just saves like 5 or so seconds. It skips climbing up this area right here.
But now you can show off the pole kick glitch.
Yeah. It's the only antenna we will ever do a kick glitch on.
Oh, yeah, antenna.
Doing that other chain would have landed me around here. So you can see the time difference between them. It's not too big. There's a loading trigger on that first pole, but it also extends a little bit past it. So what I actually did was did a wall run like right next to it, just close enough to hit the loading trigger. Otherwise this area where I am right now wouldn't be loaded in. These are the last pipes that we will climb in the game. These are the third set mandatory pipes in this category.
It's good
hope you
that
don't
those
like
were the last
pipes.
ones. Yeah, they're quite slow.
Yeah.
Are you going
So
to try
this-
this one too?
Sure. Immediately failed it. Very good. So if you paid attention in the first chapter, this area is actually just one of the first places we went through backwards and reskinned. That's a pretty common theme of things just being reused and shuffled in this game. But yeah, we did another hidden springboard into a wall boost to go over a fence. And I'm pretty sure this is one of 2 elevators that go down instead of up.
Oh, I thought there was only one.
So did I, until I just remembered that one goes down.
Hmm.
But now we are on our way to the mall
Yeah,
for
where you're going
breakfast,
to...
lunch, dinner, or even just a snack. Oh.
Oh.
That was weird.
You're going to try Beamer here? Well, you're
Yes.
going to do it, I'm sure.
How many tries do you think it will take?
I'm gonna give you a second try.
Oh, no faith.
Marathon.
You want to explain it?
Sure. Basically, you're going to jump on this wall, and the yellow part of it. Congrats, by the way. Third try.
Thanks.
Yellow part pushes him out a little bit, and you have exactly 1 frame to quick turn on that part where you get pushed out.
Yep.
And then you can jump again in the middle of the room to grab the ledge above you.
Yeah. It's a lot more precise than it sounds, and it even sounded pretty precise.
Yeah, and I mean, you made it look very easy, but it's not.
Yeah, it's one
It
of
is.
the big things people struggle with when they're pretty new. I just like spamming jump there because we have to wait for the fan anyway. Here we're coming up on the end of the level. Just gonna shower that guy below us in glass,
How nice of you.
and then head to the end. It was a very nice vent jump.
Indeed.
The level's gonna end as soon as I touch this door, so I'm gonna wall boost into it. Tiny time save. Where are we now?
This is chapter 6. What to say here? You're going to grab a pole soon, which will load a door that you need to go through the rest of the level.
Yes. So if you look to my, if you look to my left right now, there's a door.
Yeah.
Right there. That is what we loaded by grabbing the pole. Very crucial, otherwise you just fall out of bounds.
In any
Doing a
percent,
wall-
this just wouldn't be a thing you're doing.
Yeah. Doing a wall run kick there. Because although you can jump off of a wall run kick, you can also use it to lose a bunch of height and have your full timer not start until you get that grounded state at the end of the kick. So you can just fall a lot further. Very big
Yeah.
oversight.
Normally, you'd also have to go through an entire office building, kind of, but you can also just push the button through the wall.
Yeah. There was actually a developer I saw in a Twitch chat who said he tried really hard to patch that out, so good job, guy.
You tried.
Oop. I think the game's gonna get very loud in a second after this lag hallway.
Or not. Who knows?
It will. It definitely will. It did not. Never mind. Sometimes this can be really loud, or sometimes you can just get like a bunch of clunking sounds. We got lucky and got the clunking sounds, so your ears survived today.
Thank you. This place introduces us to what I like to call frog cops because they're all sticky and tase you when you get too close to them. They're absolutely awful.
Yeah.
Luckily, we don't have to deal too much with them here.
So my game can crash here. There was also 3 points before this where it could have crashed and it didn't, so that's good. And we made it through this one too.
Great.
Now we're just gonna head to the end of the level, catch a train, and get on out of
Another
here.
one.
This game likes vents, trains, and rats. It's pretty much the theme of it.
Will we be seeing the big rat as well?
Yes. Always a fan favorite.
Definitely. Okay,
Oops.
that's the chapter all wrapped up.
Yep. And then we're just gonna land on this train. Do an A pose.
A pose. Or a very sloppy T pose.
Yeah, the third person animations in this game are extremely
amazing.
bad. I mean, amazing, yeah.
They are amazing, what are you saying?
So I'm kicking at the end of my jump there. Let's be fall a bit further so I can grab the pole. So this truck, we never used to know how to skip it. Hold on. Okay, so we didn't know how to skip this until recently that we found if you activate the game's slow motion at a certain point in the dialogue, then the two dialogues will overlap and this door will open 25 seconds early, which is one of the bigger skips we found recently. We're also just going to clip through the floor, because going through a wall into another playable area is not the same as being out of bounds.
No, you're just clipping through it.
Yes. Same deal there, pretty much. Going through something. Boat is a level that in any percent you would skip.
Entirely. Well,
yes, you literally go straight from the start to the end. It takes less than a minute. But when you play through it, it takes about 3. And these valve doors are very slow. I'm actually
these
going to
are the ones we mentioned earlier.
Yeah, I'm going to turn the next one just so you can see how slow they are. Imagine doing this for every single door in this level.
Oh man.
And not to mention they turn the wrong way.
True. You're going to try to not get shot by a sniper?
Yeah. Gonna take the left route so she can't see us. And then we're gonna climb up here and yeah. We're gonna try and push them towards this door that you can see behind them. Because our key objective is to get them through that door to start a new sequence down below. And to get ourselves through the door. So I'm just gonna wait for her to run away and then open the door and hope I don't soft lock. Because that happens if you open it too early. Oops. Yeah, we're just pretty much chasing this person through the boat right now. They are trying to get off it, and we are trying to catch them, so we'll just go ahead of them.
Yeah, you're too fast.
Yeah, they'll actually also teleport, like the person from before. We're gonna quit to the menu here.
Yeah, in any percent, this is where you would just skip entirely too.
Yeah. The reason we quit to the menu is because she is a lot slower than us. So we just want to put her here before we get here. And then we don't have to wait for her to like run up behind us.
Also, this fight looks easy, but it's not. He usually just rolls around and kicks you the entire time.
Yeah, did a very specific set of inputs. This is chapter 8. Our mission here is to find our sister who is being transported by the police and shoot the van. Because that's a reasonable thing to do.
Yeah. Also very safe for your sister.
Yeah. Gonna try and do a no roll here by doing a wall boost into a kick glitch. Oh dear. That's what I get for talking while doing things. I'm gonna get wrecked by this guy now. Okay.
No, you're okay.
Let's try that again. Gonna try and do a no roll by doing a wall boost into a kick glitch.
Very nice.
Yeah. If you don't do it like that, then you have to do a roll, otherwise you take a heavy landing.
But now we can chill out, do some reggae music first.
Yeah, this elevator, it's called Reggaevator because even when you have music turned off, it still plays reggae. That's the only elevator in the game that does that, so it's probably a mistake, but I just like to think they really like reggae.
Yeah, they just did that because you just did a bunch of boss fights, so you could chill out.
Yeah. So it's skipping most of this too by just doing some kick glitches and wall boosts. Oh dear.
Oh.
Okay, that's a big death. This section has no checkpoints, and you're about to see how unforgiving this game can be if you mess things up. Now I have to do all of this again.
Do we have time for a donation then?
Yes, go ahead.
Alright, we have $7 from Wyvery saying run Forest run, and he puts them towards the bonus run of the Barbie Fashion Pack game, so that's awesome. Thank you very much for the donation.
Alright, so we finally made it. And you can... This is one of the only buttons that you can just keep using over and over. It's really annoying. Where are we now?
That brings us to the atrium. Personally, one of my favorite places in the game.
Mine too.
You're going to go do some infinite wall climbs here to get to the intended end of the atrium. Usually you do that all the way to the top out of bounds, and then you'd make a pretty cool kick glitch to some loading trigger somewhere far away in this level. But now we're just going to go to the intended vent. Roll through there.
Pretty much. Nothing much to this chapter. Like, this part anyway. Just gonna be crawling for like 20 seconds. Like, the most optimization you can really do here is just slide. There's also a collectible over there. A little yellow bag. They actually sold those. It. I don't want it. It's fine. They actually sold those in real life when this game came out, so some people out there have a little yellow bag. I'm intentionally killing myself here so I can grab this gun and shoot a truck through this wall. Nice. I'm also gonna do the rat Easter egg. Look at this boy.
What a big one.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, this game really likes rats. And also I am a human sniper now. The scope is stuck on my screen. But luckily the end is right here, so we don't have to suffer too long. But yeah, the reason I could shoot that truck early is because when you die, you get close enough to the floor to start a sequence of events. And then when you do die, that sequence gets reloaded immediately. And then the trigger that you need to be shooting later on is already there, so you can just shoot it through the building.
Yeah, this is going to be quite loud.
Forgot my lunch. Yes,
Ow.
that was
My ears.
that was very loud because, like I explained earlier, the more use inputs you do, the more sound bites play. So that's just the same explosion overlapping itself, like a lot. This is the final chapter of the game, by the way, so there's not too much left, sadly.
Indeed.
Gonna take a quick nap.
Ah, refreshing. Okay, we're not going to do beverage skip here, which is kind of sad. Well, you're partly going to do it, I guess.
Yeah, I'm gonna open the door early so I can see out of bounds. It's just a little bit faster, but I'm gonna activate reaction time when we stop. Do a pause, another pause, and then another pause. And that will do the same thing as the boat, where we overlap some dialogue, and then this will open a lot earlier and we can escape.
Or you can just go towards the light. Okay, no, I guess not.
No, don't go towards the light. Because we did that skip. There's no door on the elevator, and on the other side, there's just a firing squad that kills you immediately. So, pro tip, don't ever go towards the light.
Yeah.
Swing poles in this game are weird, and if you grab one with downwards momentum, you can translate that to upwards momentum when you come off the other side. And that is true for wall runs and wall run kicks even. Do like golden
Okay.
vents.
They do look very pretty.
Yeah.
Okay, so normally in this next next section, you'd be climbing a tree and actually going over the mirror's edge. Roll credits, but you're not going to do that now, because that's out of bounds.
Yeah.
So instead, you're going to try to cross about 3 snipers, but you don't have any business with them, so they can just go about their day for all you care.
Yeah, we're just gonna pretty much avoid them and jump along this balance beam. Otherwise you get forced to like walk really slowly and balance. And they don't really serve a purpose in this game other than this came out first on PS3 and Xbox. And the PS3 version had a 6-axis controller back then. So they wanted to do something like Uncharted had with the grenades, and you just kind of had to balance on the pole by tilting the controller. Pretty bad.
But pretty good view here.
Yeah.
Hey look,
This is
a random
the-
helicopter.
Yeah, this is the City of Glass. Or I think it might be called Cascadia. I don't know. Anyway, this is the final elevator, and now we're gonna sabotage some servers.
Yeah.
Because apparently
You have
that
to-
opens the door.
Yeah, you have to damage 4 in order for the kind of final door to open. The first one gets automatically destroyed by the guards, and then you shoot the other ones yourself.
Yep. And then we gotta do 360 tree strats.
Oh hell
Good
yeah.
enough. And then we're coming up on time now. I'll let you call
Yeah.
time.
Okay.
But we have to slow down here, because if we go too fast, we're just gonna fall and die and have to do it all again.
Time will be when we kick this guy out of the helicopter, by the way.
Yeah.
Which will be right now. That's time. Well done.
Thanks.
All right, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah. 43:05 on my end, but I guess that's in-game time that you care about, so
Yeah.
you already have that. Yeah, awesome run. Awesome run. Thank you very much for participating.
Oh, yeah, no problem. Thank you for having us.
Yeah. And we'll get through a quick intermission. It might be a bit longer because we are a bit ahead of schedule, so we're going to try to even out things, and then we'll be back for Spider-Man 2000 by Matt. So stay tuned.